World-renowned theoretical physicist and genius Stephen Hawking once said, "We are in danger of destroying ourselves with our greed and stupidity. When we keep asking for more and more and more, we look so far out, we lose sight of what's right in front of us. And this can lead us to do some pretty silly things." In this tale, a woodcutter and his wife would do well to learn to take a step back and become content with what they have. As seen in The Magic Pot, from Ready to Tell Tales, as edited by David Holt and Bill Mooney. Once on the far side of yesteryear, in a land not too far away from here, in a dense thicket of trees, so dense the trees began to cluster in a great horde, as if hiding something inside. Now, directly adjacent to the trees, there was a small, shoddy shack with a red roof, red bricks, and a green door. Step inside this shack, and you will find a woodcutter and his wife. However, not at this moment, as the woodcutter was returning from a hard day's work cutting down the trees. "I've been cutting down the trees all the livelong day, so I can bring money home to my wife, so we don't have to be poor anymore. All the livelong day." But as the woodcutter made his way down the curly-whirly trail, as he did every day, he noticed something different. A magnificent brass pot sitting right in front of him. "My goodness, what a pot. I've been looking for a nice pot to really round out the living room." So the woodcutter untied his shoulder strap from his back and placed his axe inside of the pot and tied the shoulder strap around one of the pot handles. He then dragged it all the way home. This is kind of a drag. Once he had finally returned home, his wife was overjoyed to see what her husband had brought him. "Oh, darling, look at you, always bringing home the bacon, but not only did you bring home the bacon, but you also brought home a pot and 2 axes." "Well, actually, you see, the thing is, I only got the pot. I had the axe at the beginning of the day." "Darling, there's 2 axes there in the pot." "No, that's impossible." So the woodcutter peered into the pot, and sure enough, he saw 2 exactly identical axes sitting right inside of the pot. As he peered in closer, his hat fell off, falling inside of the pot. It was then that there was a green mist and a loud pop, and instantly his hat was multiplied. "My goodness, darling, my hat had just multiplied this pot. It must be haunted." "Or maybe it's magical. See what else we can multiply. How about our dinner? I only really made enough for one of us in the first place. I'm sorry, we're poor." So the woodcutter's wife dropped the dinner inside of the pot. It was then that there was a green mist and a loud pop, and instantly their dinner was multiplied. "My goodness, with this we can multiply anything. What should we do next? My suspenders, my button-up shirt, my hand?" "All good ideas, darling. I was thinking more along the lines of life savings." "Well, we'll just keep my idea on hand. I'll go get the life savings." So the woodcutter made his way down to the cellar, and moments later he returned with a small bag of coins they had to their name. He then handed it to his wife, who went to drop it into the pot, until the woodcutter called out to her and said, "Darling, wait. If you put those coins in the pot, you will lead to the widespread inflation of our currency throughout our trade routes, invalidating our currency and hurting the Chinese economy as a whole." "Darling, it's a magic pot." "Fair enough. Drop it in the pot." So the woodcutter's wife dropped the coins in the pot. There was a green mist and a loud pop, and instantly the coins were multiplied. She then removed the coins and placed them back in, repeating this process again and again and again until they were rich beyond their wildest dreams. They then looked to see what else they could multiply. "Darling, what about this jar?" "Well, let's put it in har." "Darling, what about this pan?" "Oh, yes we can." "Well, darling, what about this orange?" "Yes, we shall drop it inside of the pot." "Oh, darling, I'm so happy I could just dance." And dance they did. The woodcutter put his arms around his wife's waist and danced her all the way around their small, shoddy shack, until he slipped on some loose coins and dropped his wife inside of the pot. "My goodness, I've never thought to put a living thing inside of the pot. I multiply nearly everything I own, and I think I just lost what's most important to me. But moments later, he saw a green mist and heard a loud pop, and 2 wives emerged from the pot. Oh, darling, I'm so happy to see you. I thought I lost you. My goodness, I'm happy to see you too, but look who we have over here. You're gorgeous. No, you're gorgeous. Wait, look around. Is that really what my hair looks like from the back? Girls, we have a serious problem here. There's 2 wives and 1 woodcutter. What are we going to do? You thinking what I'm thinking? Oh, yes. You're so smart. You have such good ideas. Quit it with your telepathy. What's going on? It was then that the 2 wives began to push the woodcutter inside the pot. He struggled all he could, but he was finally forced inside the pot. It was then that there was a green mist, and they heard a loud pop, and 2 woodcutters emerged from the pot. My goodness, I am gorgeous. With 2 wives and 2 woodcutters and too much arguing, they decided that they would split everything they owned equally and create 2 houses right next door. You know, darling, there might be an exact replica of you right next door, but you're still the only one for me. So all ended well for the woodcutter and his wife. However, next time you're granted a magnificent gift, make sure you don't tarnish it. For if you do, you may find yourself in double the trouble. So, we've had a lot of fun today, but I think that it's about time that we talk about something important. Put puns in your stories. Lots of them, even if Max says no.